Welcome back, guys. It's International Days Week. On April 15th is International World Art Day. So we're going to make an art project. I'm going to make this woods with the moon here. So we're going to use some watercolor. So I've got some watercolor paper. And I'm just using this Mod Podge to trace for my moon. Use whatever. This seemed like a pretty good size to me. And so I just drew a circle around it. Now I've got my watercolor paints here. And I am going to just use one color. Like on this one, I did purples and got darker until it eventually went into black. You could also use blues. That's a really good one. Maybe we'll do that for this one. So I'll start with a little bit lighter blue right around the moon, because the moon is giving off light, so it's not as dark right around the moon. Alright. The nice thing about watercolor is that there's so many different ways you can use it. And when your watercolor is, if you have a lot of water in there with it, it will give you a lighter color. And then if you let it dry a little bit, it'll give you a darker color. So I just put a ring around my moon. And I'm going to do another ring around that. I just want to make sure I kind of blend the edges. And you can make this how you want to make it. You can do it all in painting. I cut out on this one the paper trees to make the silhouettes of the trees. But if you want, you can do that with the paint instead. Which maybe I'll do that one this time. That'd be kind of neat. Alright, so I got my ring around my trees really good. Alright, so now I'm going to go with a darker shade of blue. Well, maybe. Kind of blend these together. Alright. I might even get into some purples with this too. I'm going to do that. Add a little bit of purple on the edges. Kind of blend it. Make a little bit on the table. Go and put a just going to keep adding rings around our moon till we eventually fill the paper. Stuck my finger in it. As you can see, it's kind of getting darker as we get away from the moon, which is what we want to do. When it starts to get dry, you have to get it in there more often to get the color on there. But getting a much darker purple because it's drier. That these outer two purples are the same color. It's just how much water you got in there. I think I'm gonna do a little gray. Kind of blending it in with that purple so it gets a go back and fill in any gaps in the color. Because of the black is so dark, I don't want to do a big section of black, so I'm gonna try to fill in some of this with the gray, so only the furthest part from the moon is gonna actually get the black. And again, I'm gonna do a really wet black at first, so it's not quite so dark. And then the very edge of it will see it just keeps getting darker as you move out. Okay. All right. So you should end up with going light to dark. Like the first one I did a little better than this. I like the purples better than the blue up around the moon. But I mean, that's how you learn. Is you try different things and see what you think. So like I said, on this one, I think I'm gonna just try and paint in the trees. So and then maybe we'll do a cutout too. I just cut a piece of paper out and I'm going to fold it in half the long ways. And I'm not the best at making Christmas tree or evergreen trees. They always just kind of come out looking funny, but that's okay. I have a fun time making it, so. Yeah, let's trim this one up a little bit. All right. So, and then I'm gonna put some glue, stick on the back of this. All right, and then we're gonna just stick that. So, here you can see I did the painted tree. It's a little hard to see against this. And here is the silhouette. So you can try and see which one that you like to do better. I hope you have a good time making this. Thanks, guys. Bye.